Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You want to know why people are done with woke politics, done with the woke cultural fad? You want to know why the backlash is growing to the extent that even independents and even some moderate Democrats are saying no more? Well, this is why. The clip that I'm going to show you guys in this video from Citi Field, where the New York Mets during the national anthem put up the LGBTQ pride flag instead of the American flag, well, this is it. This is why. I mean, what are we even freaking doing at this point? This isn't inclusive, it's not brave. This is spitting in the face of the most incredible country on planet Earth. You know, certain moments are sacred. Certain things deserve respect. It's moments like these where common sense should prevail, and the team in charge of this event should have thought to themselves, hey, you know, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe this is taking it too far. But wokeism has become such an ideological cult that common sense is just out the freaking window. And that, my friends, of course, is how we get moments like these. This is pure, absolute clown world stuff. Let's take a look at this extremely unfortunate mockery of the national anthem. This is why wokeness is collapsing. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so just like I said, there's certain moments that should be viewed as sacred. When the national anthem plays, when the flag flies, that's when you're supposed to set aside politics, set aside all the subcultures, all the division, and unite under one flag as Americans. But in the world of backwards leftist thinking, of course, that's way too much to ask for, and so you get moments like these. And look, I'm not going to dance around this topic. I'm just going to say it. This was an absolute utter disgrace. To throw up the pride flag during the national anthem instead of Old Glory is a bridge too frickin' far. It's not about recognizing people's rights anymore. This is about replacing American culture with a new woke religion. And like I keep saying, it's exactly why people are turning on this stuff. It's exactly why corporate America isn't really participating in all the pride pandering and ceremonies this year, because the whole thing has grown sour for the American people. It's no longer about tolerance, and it's now about cultural domination. That flag that was displayed on that Jumbotron does not represent the entire country. It represents an extremely small subset of political ideology and adult alternative lifestyles, and this small subset, in certain areas in the wokest of woke lands, well, it's obvious they've completely hijacked culture. And you could tell there's a thirst for more because they're not content with just a seat at the table. It's not just about representation or basic rights. They want the whole damn restaurant. It's just too far. I mean, even if you're an LGBTQ supporter, I feel like this should make you cringe. There's a time and a place for everything, and this ain't it. Obviously, it's inappropriate, and if you actually cared about the issues that that flag supposedly represents or advocates for, you would think that moments like these distract from the important work and hurt the cause at large. I mean, it's almost like seeing a Make America Great Again flag there. Do I think that that would be based? Would I personally enjoy it? Yes, I think that would be incredibly based, but even though I think it's based, I also understand that it's inappropriate. If you're celebrating the country, you have to celebrate everybody, and that includes Democrats, it includes independents, it includes libertarians, or even non-political people. Political divisions and adult lifestyle subsets should not be hijacking these moments, regardless of what they represent. It's tone deaf and it's arrogant, and it's why the woke agenda is bleeding support. You know, initially people were willing to go along with the whole live and let live narrative. You know, that was an acceptable concept for the majority of American citizens, especially at the time. But right now with stuff like this, people are not going to stand quietly while the American flag gets booted off the screen so the woke left can promote their new religion. And some people on the left would argue that, oh, it's just an isolated incident or it's not a big deal. You're overreacting. But I don't think I am, because these little isolated moments are part of a much broader political movement. This constant activism and representation taking over the entire month of June and now attempting to replace the American flag. It's infiltrated everything and everywhere, from the education system, academia, Hollywood, entertainment, the corporate world, you name it. Everywhere you look, it's this flag. I mean, in some places in Democrat cities, you see the LGBTQ flag more than you see the American flag. And that also kind of builds on another broader trend, what I describe as frankly hatred for America, hatred for the country. I mean, you clearly don't love the country. You clearly aren't a patriot if you support something like this. The replacing of the American flag, what's the message? That America is irredeemable or somehow bad and should be replaced in these moments? You know, another reason why Americans are rejecting the woke movement. Bill Maher, I think, did a great segment on this.
This is a serious problem for Democrats. Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed? Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual, because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is. But here is the dilemma for Democrats. Their young people, their key constituency, not only don't like their own civilization, they like the wrong one. They actually think Hamas is a liberation movement. They chant for the Houthis. They're chanting, "We will honor our martyrs" at Yale. They're looking for love in all the wrong countries. At an AOC Bernie Sanders rally in Idaho last month, someone threw a Palestinian flag over an American flag, and the crowd erupted in approval. What should have happened after that is one of the adults on stage should have told their young, loyal followers, "This is not a symbol of freedom. This is." The thought leaders in the Democratic Party keep encouraging and not rebuking the idea that America is cringe and the people who run Gaza are great. The Democrats are doomed. Last election, it was all the gender stuff, the insistence that men can have babies and such. Liberals need to push back on the dumb ideas that come from their children.
Even he knows the left has lost the frickin' plot. There's obviously contempt for the country. And I guess the argument is that the American flag should be replaced because it doesn't represent what the LGBTQ flag represents. Give me a frickin' break. You know, if there's one flag that represents everybody, that represents freedom, human rights, it's not the LGBTQ flag, it's the American flag. And that's where leftist ideology is so twisted. They paint this grim, dark, disgusting picture of American history. But the reality is America is the global leader in human rights. It's the only place on earth where you can legitimately live openly, speak freely, protest, vote, marry who you want, and of course, probably most importantly, own firearms. And actually, the fact that this even happened, if anything, is a testament to that. Because if America was this deeply hateful, flawed country and society, you'd think they'd be able to pull that stunt in the first place? Give me a break. You think that would work in Saudi Arabia, in Russia, in China? Come on. That's the flag that should be celebrated. I mean, what an absolute insult to every American, to the founding fathers, to those who sacrificed everything, to the country and to the flag. It's just so deeply disrespectful, and it should piss everybody off, including members of the LGBTQ. And that frustration is not about hate. It's not born from bigotry. It's about basic respect, common sense, a little bit of freaking perspective and appreciation. Appreciation for the nation, for the flag, for the history, for traditions. You don't have to be a Republican, you don't have to be a Trump supporter to see how absolutely insane this was. The gay community already has full legal rights in America. There's no need for another cultural and political revolution, and certainly not one under the LGBTQ flag. This is not a symbol that binds us together. There's only one flag that does that, and it's the American flag. And I think slowly but surely people are starting to realize that. They're checking out of the grievance politics and the identity politics. And I guess what else to say here, other than the MLB should be absolutely ashamed of itself. I mean, no wonder their ratings are tanking. It's the get woke, go broke phenomenon. When you push this hard, this far, and frankly, this disrespectfully, eventually you're just gonna lose people. The New York Mets are a complete clown show, and frankly, they should be boycotted into oblivion. I mean, maybe this is a hot take, but I feel like this moment was worse than the Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney situation. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyways, that's also what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.